Hi, my name is Tim, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a concept design for the Nintendo Switch. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so first, we're going to be talking about the current Nintendo Switch. Second, we're going to be taking a brief look at the concept design. And third, we're going to be talking about how I feel about this whole situation. Okay, so first of all, I have some issues with the Nintendo Switch, okay? The first issue is the D-pad. Okay, there was no D-pad on the regular Switch. So I took it upon myself to rectify this issue, and I bought shelves with D-pads in it, and I had it installed. So here's the difference. This is the Switch with the D-pad. The second issue I had was with the buttons. They weren't like the color buttons, so I had that changed as well. So this is how it looks like. This is the controller of the Nintendo Switch. And another issue I have is the bezels. The bezels are pretty huge, and I wasn't really happy with that either. And lastly, the color. I wanted a black Nintendo Switch, and so I had mine spray painted. Okay, so those were basically my issues with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, they had the Wii U before, and one of its main issues was that it didn't have an SD card on the tablet. You always had to tether it, and I don't know why they keep doing these things, but I was really unhappy. And when the Switch first launched, I was upset about it because the design was like not to my liking. But although that it wasn't to my liking, it still sold a lot, and it basically saved the company. Now, I was actually so upset at that time that I released a petition on change.org, and yeah, so that's how frustrated I was. But now we've talked about the flaws of the current Nintendo Switch. We're just gonna talk about this concept design. Okay, so I'm gonna put it up on the screen now. Okay, so now that you've looked at the concept design of the Nintendo Switch, I like this design, really. The only problem here is the buttons, the ABXY buttons. I don't know if you noticed, but the ABXY buttons are a little bit too close to each other. So maybe they could probably fix that. This concept design, mind you, is not the actual design of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, there's been articles that say that Nintendo is going to be releasing a newer version of Nintendo Switch. That's from the Wall Street Journal, and so on. But this concept design is actually really good. I like how it's glossy and has several different colors. I think this is a good design to go off of. I don't really have any other issues with the design. I mean, it has this dock which can project to the screen, and so I mean, that's another issue that I have with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, they go in one direction, and then they like are going another direction. So I mean, the issue is that like they need to be more consistent. I mean, like they had the Nintendo Wii U, and that one was like you can play on the screen and on the TV simultaneously. And then they have the Switch where you could only play on the portable, or like it doesn't connect, you know? I mean, like, so games that require both the TV screen and the portable screen, the Switch doesn't do that. But this concept design does do that, and that is what distinguishes home consoles and portable consoles. I mean, they were like, I guess they got confused when they released the Nintendo Switch, and they lost that feature. So now that we don't have backwards compatibility with the Wii U, and yeah, so I mean, they should have continued with what they were doing with the Wii U, except have it portable. I mean, my initial issue of the Wii U was actually the fact that it didn't have an SD card slot, okay? And they put an SD card slot on the Switch, but they neglected to include the function which allows you to play simultaneously on the portable screen and on the TV screen. So, I mean, it's like you take one step forward and then 2 steps back is what this actually is. Okay, so now my feelings towards this, okay? Like I said before, I was a little bit frustrated when they released the Switch and the Wii U. Okay, I was really frustrated. I mean, I was just a little bit frustrated, but like, it was enough to just make a petition about it. And I don't know, I mean, they just like do these things that it's like, what are they trying to do? You know, I mean, they go in one direction and then they go in another direction. It's a little bit confusing, but that's the way they are. And I mean, I like the products and all because like they have really good games, and yeah, so. And lastly, my feelings about this. Okay, so I think one of their issues is a concept referred to as planned obsolescence. Okay, so this is a concept where a company would create a product and then with the intention of creating another redesigned product after. And I mean, it's been working for them, but like that could only work so many times till like people start to like find out what is happening. I mean, planned obsolescence, I mean, it could be beneficial if your like product was like designed in such a way that it was like it didn't have any flaws. Like the Switch and the Wii U, the last 2 generations, have had many flaws with their design, and that's what's upsetting to me about this. Okay, we have reached the end of the video. If you like this video, please press the like button, and if you have any questions or concerns, post a comment on the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.